So guys, I had to run quickly to school because yesterday that's where I do my printing, right? Because I don't have printer at home. So I had to run to school yesterday to get the stuff printed, but the job letter wasn't ready. So, or the correct version. So they did the job letter, it wasn't done properly. I highlighted what needed to be fixed. The person in charge keeps ignoring me, so I have to use the job letter that is not even correct. But what I should have done yesterday is just print everything and use it regardless. But the person said they were gonna fix it and get it back to me, but oh, they're busy. I hate those things because if you have to do your job, you do your job. So now I'm gonna have to reach late because I have to come back to school, wait for them to open, get the document printed. That's not even the right document, and then go make my way, which is almost 2-hour drive. What am I tell you? People just always know how to complicate things, but I'm gonna remain calm because God is in control and it's gonna work out. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you're subscribed, guys. So today we're going Mexico border. A joke. Today we'll be doing flagpoling to get our post-grad work permit and extend my husband's permit. Actually looking at road. Could he? You know, but I walk across. Yeah, so we decided to go do flagpoling instead of doing it online because we wanted to get it quicker, and we just want to feel at ease. And I feel like if you do it at the border, it's more lenient in terms of if you don't have the correct documents. Not that they won't reach out to you online, but if you don't have the correct documents, they will tell you right then and there, and you just know, so you go back another time. The only thing is that it's kind of far, so I'm only for gas, or if you take bus, or if you charter, whatever the case is, it's a little bit more expensive. But we trust that we have everything. In Jesus' name, everything will work out in just one go. The documents that I have with me, we have both of us passport, baby birth certificate. I don't even know if we bring nothing for him, but you know, just have everything just in case. And we have our permits, work permit and study permit, job letter, 3-pay slip, marriage certificate. I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, so US border. It seems flagpoling is mainly done at a US border. I've never seen it done at any other border, so I don't know. But as I said, if they take all the documents, then those are the documents that you'll need. If they don't take everything, then when I reach there, I will let you know what documents they took. I am a little bit nervous. Everything when we do me nervous. So I'm a little bit nervous. Never violate anything. Everything that's stated in my study permit and all of them. So I don't have any reason to be nervous, but still, you know. And I think the only thing I'm really nervous about is the fact that, as I explained to you earlier, 1 and 2 little hiccups. Not really say hiccups. 1 and 2 little overthinking when I do regarding the job letter. So I really want, I just want everything flow smoothly. I really want to explain nothing. So that's the only thing. Other than that, I think everything should go well and it should work out. As I say, it's not a case where you get denied or whatever. If the documents them not right, you just know, say, you can always apply online, correct documents and apply online, or you can just go back. So I'll keep you guys posted when I get there. If we can record anything, we'll record it, because you know, these are some serious things. We don't really want, you know, be distracted or be recording anybody or stuff like that. So I'll let you guys know how it turns out. Guys, we just entered the US. Nervous, yeah? What's in me? I'm so nervous. US port of entry. Welcome to US. Murder. do not enter, so in a silver go. US part, guys, and that part was nerve-wracking. I can't wait for going to the update. I'm nervous and nervous and nervous. No, sir. One piece of nervousness. But we're done with the US part now. We go back to the Canada part. We just arrived. We didn't know where to go, so we went to the Canadian part, and they said that we should go over to the US. So I asked them if we should have a US visa because we didn't want any issues. So they said that we just tell them that we don't have a US visa and they will refuse entry. So we went there, and the man at the US border, like the officer, he was tight. He was so upset. He was like, again, every day you people do this. I say, look how most me things that the people them and lock we up. Jeez and peace. Me say I was so worried. The man say I'm tired of people that come to Flagpoling. You come to the US just to go back into Canada. So what a man bad way up, you know? I'm telling them nervous. I was so nervous. I said, oh my gosh, I wonder if them I go where the man I go, because he asked us if I have US visa. So I said yes. My husband said no. Oh, when him say good or very good or something like that. So me I said this sound like sarcasm. I wonder if him a plot something in him head. Start getting nervous, and then the man send me around at one part and we got the wrong part. Go sit down in the car and wait for the man. So anyway, now as them say, a soft answer turn it away, rage. We just remain calm. And like we didn't have no reason for going on the man anyway. So we just remain calm, just be nice and communicate and be patient and whatever. And then when we go inside, the man that did my husband's fingerprint, him did nice. Like him did gentle and patient and whatever. But the other man, the man just like go on with himself. So jeez. So when we go and we carry out the baby, and me and the baby there in there play. You want to see me look at me and I smile. I look at me and the baby and I smile. And I tell the baby hello. And I say one thing, them say baby can melt people out and they look like a true. We're like, oh my gosh, the man are going to send me back now, refuse, waste of time, all of that. Start get nervous tummy now, people. Anyway, he asked for our passport and if we have US visa. So anyway, we got through and we went through the border. And it took about what, 5 minutes? 5 minutes to do some fingerprint and photograph and all of that. But I had to pay $6 because I have a US visa, so it's like I went into the US, but my passport not stamp or anything. So I paid the $6. My husband didn't pay any money, the baby didn't pay any money. Anyway, so we got out and we turned back and we are at the Canadian part. So they asked for a passport and then they took the documents that we needed for the permits. So they told us to park in the parking lot and wait for an officer to come out to us. So we're waiting now to see if we're granted or whatnot. They just called us inside and we paid the fees, and $150 for the permit and the open work permit is $100. So that's $255 each, so $510. And they said that we should give them some time to stamp the passport. So when I get it back, I'll tell you if it was indeed stamped or not, you're good. And they're finalizing the work permits. Yeah. So the only thing the lady said, well, she asked me if I still plan to work with them. So I said yes. She said she suggests that I stay with them to honor the work permit because it has to be in a skilled job. Well, for my husband that is. So if you're a single person, then it won't apply to you. You don't need a job to get postgrad work permit. But if you have a partner and you want to extend their permit, then that's what you got to do. But yeah, they were so nice. They're really nice people. I'm so nervous again. Come up here now, I'm to say everything is okay. But that's time for say for the 3 years we are going to get or what, But I'm so happy, thank God, because my testimony that first I was fretting. So when I get the permits, I'll confirm, and then we just kind of walk you guys through the process all over again, just in case I missed anything, and then I close the video. So guys, the lady just came back to us and she told us that there will be conditions on the work permit because we didn't do a medical. So just like the study permit, can work in childcare, can work in education. The good thing is that we can do the medical and then we submit a web form online to say it was done, and then they will lift the conditions and send a new permit. But I need to find out if the permit will be sent to our address or I have to pick it up somewhere. The entire process took about 1 hour 40 for everything to process, but then like the US part took 5 to 10 minutes. So let's say 2 hours in total. A lot of videos that I've watched, people said that it took 30 minutes. But I don't know, just budget your time just in case. Okay guys, so we finally got the permits and we got 3 years on it. So as I was explaining, they said that we could go online and do the medical. They will send it off to IRCC and then we just submit the web form and then they will send the permits to our home address. She also left us with our old permits, so she was saying that I could still go to school up until it expired if I wanted to, and they stamped our passport as well so that we can say, so it can show that it will last until X time. I was worried guys because the job that I have, it's in the right NOC for us to get through for it to extend him, but the thing is it's just a little above minimum wage. So I was like, the money is so 100, will that be an issue? But no, it's not an issue. So I'm so glad it worked out. We got a 3-year work permit because I studied for 2 years, even though I accelerated, but I'll talk about that in another video. So yeah, that was another issue. I was like, man, I accelerated, and I read something online about if you accelerate, if your partner can be extended, so that was kind of confusing me as well. But if you did a 1 year, if you studied for 1 year, I don't think I would recommend doing it at the border, just because you will get the work permit the same day, and then maybe you would need time to find the documents. 1 year is just kind of not enough, but if you have everything figured out, then it's a good thing to do. So guys, just to quickly walk you through the process in case it wasn't clear. So when you approach whichever border, you just go to Google first of all and see which US border is closest to you. Some people in their videos make it known that sometimes the borders can be full, like they only have a certain amount that they take per day. Apparently that border is not, people don't frequent that border for this purpose, for flagpoling, so a lot of people weren't there. Alright, so you just go to Google, find out the nearest one, go there, try to go there early just in case, so you can be in the number for the day. So when you get there, I don't know the setup of the border, but this one, you will see the Canadian part first, and then the US part is further down. You could always come out the vehicle and ask questions, or you could just go straight down to the US border. Again, you don't need a US visa, but you just need to make it clear to the US personnel. So when you get there, you let them know you don't have a US visa but you want to flagpole, or you do have a US visa and you want to flagpole. If you have the US visa, you will pay $6. I don't know what it is for, if it's for customs, I don't know, but I had to pay the $6. If you don't have it, then they will refuse you entry. I was not refused or denied entry because I had the visa, hence I paid the $6 US, which is 8 something Canadian. After that, you have to step out your vehicle if you drive. If you walk, then you just enter on the other side and go inside, and then they will do some fingerprints and biometrics. Whether you have the visa or not, you have to do the biometrics. The baby didn't do any because he's a minor, so you do the biometrics, and if you don't have the visa, you do it twice. So you do the simple biometrics, so you just rest your hand if you have the visa, well, whether you have it or not. And then if you don't have the visa, you have to do some finger rolling business, like they just go to the side of your fingers to get the prints or whatever the reason for doing it. And then they give you the paper indicating if you were refused or indicating otherwise, and then they let you through to go back into Canada. So it's kind of like a 360 though, and go around, you go back down to the Canadian part, and they will stop you at the booth where you have to, they'll ask you what's the purpose. So you know, you say you want a flagpole, and they will ask you why. Well, not necessarily why, but like what are you doing it for? You just say a work permit, and they ask you, are you on a study permit? You know, what's your status in Canada? You just let them know, and then they will ask you for the necessary documents, and you give them. I had a folder, I just handed them the folder with some originals in it and some photocopies. The only thing I had originals for was the baby's birth certificate and or marriage certificate. Everything else was like letter from the school that I downloaded and printed, so that wouldn't be original. So again, just to go through the documents, the original and copy of our marriage certificate, likewise the baby's birth certificate, and then we had the completion letter from the school, the official transcript. On the website it said that you could use the unofficial one, but we took the official one, 3 pay slips and a job letter, because I was extending my husband also. If you are not extending any partner, you don't need any of that. And just to point out that if you're extending your partner, have to have a job in NOC 0A, I don't remember, but NOC is not it anymore. It's tier, TEER, which is tier 0 to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So once you have a job in those fields, you can extend your partner. If not, then you have to wait until you get a job in those fields or in those tier. So after that, now they take the documents and they ask us to park. They will get back to us. So in a few minutes later, they came back and asked us if we did a medical when we were coming to Canada. We said no, and then they explained that if you don't do the medical, then there will be some restrictions on the work permit, which, as again I stated, you can't work in childcare, yada yada yada. I don't know, I think that's debatable, because people have done their post-grad work permit and they didn't do any medical, and there weren't any restrictions. Also, when my husband was just coming to Canada on his original or the first work permit, there was no restriction and he didn't do a medical, but they were saying that is kind of like a mistake. I don't know. I asked other people who recently did their work permit and their post-grad, and they said no restrictions. So I am not sure. I'm just happy that we got the permit anyway, because we can lift the restrictions online. After that, no, I think they came back to us twice, but I don't remember the second reason, or that was probably the second reason. I don't remember the next reason. So yeah, they came out with it and they said because we studied for 3 years, they're gonna give us 3 years each, and I will still have my study permit so I can study, but it just has to be in the same field or something like that. I don't know why she was explaining that, because I ain't studying. But we are so happy that everything worked out, and we are now work permit holders. I'm just gonna work on lifting the restrictions, and as soon as it's successfully done, I will let you guys know in other videos. I think that is it. I hope I'm not leaving off any information. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like this video. Please share it with somebody who can find it useful, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Bye.